Hello everyone, this is part 4 of What If Naruto Was the Hero, and I hope you guys enjoy this video and to like, to subscribe, to share, and check out the playlist, to see more comment down below. Now let's start the intro.
They call me a god. They call me a god. They call me a god.
Join my membership, the perks are great. It's in the description. Be sure to like and subscribe, it gives me more motivation. Enjoy. It was a tense atmosphere in the Hyuga clan's meeting room. Hinata had just gotten home from her mission. And after watching her much younger cousins wave to Naruto as she shut the gate, she had run to her room, gotten a change of clothes, taken a bath, and gotten into her casual clothing. She had then requested to meet with her father in the meeting room, wasting no time because of her being nervous. Hiyashi Hyuga, surprised by how urgent and determined she sounded, had went there quickly too. He walked in to see Hinata waiting patiently. Sitting on a mat like this kind of behavior was normal for her. So, Hinata, how is that I may help you this afternoon? He asked, wanting to see what was really on her mind. Otu-san, she said in a quivering voice, which vanished as she finished her sentence, I would like permission to date someone. Hiyashi's eyes went wide at this. And who might this someone be? He asked curiously. Naruto-kun. We both like each other. His Car-san won't have a problem with it. But he doesn't want to cause problems for me with my family. Hinata answered. Naruto actually hadn't said those things. They had been implied, and it was like Naruto to not want to cause her problems. Hiyashi laughed, making Hinata think that she was about to get a big, fat no for an answer. She tensed up, waiting for the bad news to come. I knew he most like would not have allowed it. She said to herself. I shouldn't have gotten my hopes up. Hiyashi noticed this behavior and got up. Placing a hand on her shoulder, he knelt down beside her. I like him. He's just what you need. We need to talk, he said, as Hinata picked up her head, tears of joy running down her face. I think my actions toward you lately have come across as harsh. So, in order to prove our relationship, which has been very strained, I want to find out what you think. Speak freely. Hinata nodded. See, I have always wanted to make you proud of me. But everything I do, the training, all of it, never seems to please you. I understand that I will inherit the clan, and to make me a good leader, some toughness is needed. But I've never been praised or anything. I feel like a failure in your sight. It's true that, for a while, I didn't have much faith in you. But lately, you've changed. I don't know how to put it in words exactly, but you're more confident and have greatly improved. I think this is because of Naruto-kun, isn't it? Hiyashi asked. Hinata nodded. He's really encouraged me. I want to make him proud as much as I want to make you proud. With him having faith in me, I feel like I can do anything. So he was the cause of your change, Hiyashi stated. Hinata nodded. If such a short time can change you so much, imagine how much you will change in the long run. Not only do I give you full approval to date young Naruto-kun, I encourage it. This will be beneficial to both of you. Hinata was so overjoyed by this, she did something she hadn't done in years. She hugged her father. Thank you, she told him emphatically. They continued to talk, Hiyashi ignoring all of the other clan matters for the night. Hinata, I was always proud of you, Hiyashi said as she left for her room after they finished. The next day, everyone met in the park as Kurenai had told them to. Naruto was there first, swinging to pass the time by, when Hinata came walking with a bounce in her step. She saw Naruto alone and ran to him, nearly knocking him off the swing as she barely stopped herself in time. What's got you so excited, Hina-chan? He asked. My father said yes. Not only does he approve of you and me dating, he encourages it. She exclaimed happily. That's great, Naruto said, pulling Hinata onto the swing next to his and pushing her. But we can't let this interfere with our missions. They might put us on different teams. Hinata nodded determinedly. That's right. On missions, missions come first. Hinata said in agreement. Sasuke walked up. Sasuke-kun, what's up? Hinata asked happily as the swing came to a stop. Kurenai-sensei asked me to tell you the meeting's been cancelled. She was suddenly called on a mission and she should be back in about a week. She wants us to continue training if we can. Sasuke said. Will do, Naruto declared loudly. Sasuke walked off though, not hearing the reply. Man, he just walked off. Well, we'll just have to be patient. He'll come around soon enough. That's right, Hinata said. Her stomach growled. Oops, I didn't think I would have time to eat lunch. But apparently I did. Let's go get some ramen. If we see Leonie-san or Ten-Ten-chan, we'll invite him too. But first I'll need to go get some money. It's at my house. Come on. They walked hand in hand down the street. They received many stares, but that didn't really matter to them. They were together, no one could stop them from being together. Naruto was still asleep when Jiraiya came to call a few days after the meeting was supposed to take place. It was 9 in the morning. Naruto, exhausted after willingly putting up with Guy's and Lee's training pace for almost an entire day, had come home exhausted the previous evening, muscles sore. After eating dinner, he had taken a bath and went to bed early. Jiraiya was greeted by Kushina as she opened the door. Ah, Kushina-san, he exclaimed, giving a small wave. I've come to see if my godson wants to do some training with me. He said. Jiraiya-san, come in. Kushina said, making room for Jiraiya, who took off his shoes and walked in. I'll go see if I can wake him up. He was training with Lee-kun and Guy-san yesterday. Apparently he insisted on training on their level too. I don't really approve of him training so hard day after day. He'll hurt himself at this rate. And Naruto is danger prone as it is, she said as she went upstairs. Ouch, Jiraiya thought. He was training at Guy and Lee's level of taijutsu. No wonder he saw. That guy is such an extremist when it comes to training. Lee-kun is so strong now though because of that. But Naruto-kun's case is not the same as Lee's. Jiraiya shook his head now. He realized that Naruto was doing now as Minato had done when he had been Naruto's age. They've both taken extreme roads to train. Kushina came back downstairs, a half-asleep Naruto behind her. Oh, Jiraiya-san, Naruto said as he noticed his godfather waiting in the kitchen. I wasn't expecting on seeing you today. Naruto yawned and wiped the sleep from his eyes. Naruto-kun, there are easier ways to train. You don't need to push yourself to keep up with Guy-san and Lee-kun. They have way more experience than you, so that's why they are so strong compared to you. Jiraiya scolded. But how else will I get strong if I don't push myself? If I stay in my comfort zone, I won't make any progress. Naruto stated boldly. Jiraiya decided to drop the subject for now. Car-san, what's for breakfast? Kushina hid her smile. It's bacon, eggs, and toast today. Jiraiya-san, would you like to join us? I can at least make sure you two eat properly before you train yourselves to the point of exhaustion. Kushina said. We're doing the summoning jutsu today, no physical exertion at all. Jiraiya corrected. Naruto will come home fine. Kushina served them all some food. Going to the cupboard, she pulled out 3 glasses and poured some juice in them. Bringing them to the table, she gave one to each of them, sitting down herself to eat. Make sure you take good care of my son. Kushina demanded. If my son slowly becomes more and more perverted, I'm blaming you. Also, if harm comes to my son, you'll regret that as well. Jiraiya cowered in his seat. Naruto, used to moments like this from his only parent, was unaffected by her sudden show of strong feelings. Your son will not be corrupted by me. Jiraiya swore. I didn't corrupt his father and I won't corrupt him. Kushina finally relented, clearing the table. Jiraiya noticed that Naruto was still not dressed, in his pajamas. Hurry up and get dressed. We can't waste the day away here. We have some training to do. At the word training, Naruto was out of his chair and up the stairs. Jiraiya was surprised the kid wasn't leaving skid marks, considering how fast he had ran. It appears that taijutsu training paid off. Jiraiya noted. Truth be told, he didn't want to get lectured by Kushina again. Minato had only had one lover, and that was Kushina. And she had clearly shown her fiery nature from day one. She wasn't one to cross, and Jiraiya was currently on her bad side, as she was convinced that her son would become like him. I'm ready, Naruto yelled as he ran down the stairs fully dressed. Naruto, indoor voice. Kushina scolded. Jiraiya-san, remember my words. I will. Jiraiya swore, quickly exiting the house, Naruto keeping up with him easily. Geez, your car-san sure can be hot-headed. Naruto shrugged. I'm used to it. Where are we going to train? Naruto asked. To one of my privately owned properties. We shouldn't be disturbed there. Jiraiya answered as they approached a large house. Come on in. Jiraiya invited, taking his shoes off near the door. Naruto did the same, following Jiraiya through the house and through a back door, where they emerged into a large backyard with a small, man-made pool. Jiraiya, somewhere along the way, had grabbed a large scroll. Now he was unrolling it out on the ground. What's that? Naruto asked curiously, seeing the signatures of only 2 people, both in faded red ink. And is that my Otu-san's signature? Naruto said. Jiraiya nodded. Your father was the second person to learn this technique from this particular scroll. I was the first, and I taught it to him, as I was Minato's sensei when he was still alive. You're named after a character in one of my books. Jiraiya said. Minato was one of my best students ever. I was so proud the day that he became Hokage. Maybe someday, I'll be able to be proud of you for becoming the Hokage. Let me get this straight. Naruto stated. My namesake is from one of your pervy books. Naruto demanded. Jiraiya nodded. Your name has a double meaning. Jiraiya explained. 1. It can mean whirlpool, which makes sense since your mother is originally from a now wiped out ninja village, the Whirlpool Village. And 2, your name can be a type of food, a steamed fish paste cake. Anyway, let's get on with this. He pointed to blank spot next to Minato Namikaze's name. I need you to make yourself bleed and sign your name in your own blood. Naruto yelped. What? So that's blood, not ink? Naruto asked with wide eyes. It doesn't require much. This is the only way to seal the contract with the toads. Jiraiya said. He watched as Naruto pulled out a kunai and slashed his palm. Naruto quickly signed his name in his blood before his cut healed. Jiraiya watched in wonder as the cut healed almost instantly. That's a pretty handy SK. Jiraiya mentioned casually. Just think if you managed to learn how to access the other hidden powers of that fox. I could help you there. No way that's happening. Naruto declared. My father SD to see this thing sealed and I won't give him a chance to escape. Besides, if I have to depend on someone else for strength, what kind of ninja does that make me? I'll become Hokage on my own strength, not because of something that is jailed within my body. But you actively use the healing power. Jiraiya contradicted. That's automatic. I have no control over that one. You said you wanted to hurry. Now what's the next step? Naruto asked bluntly, Jiraiya clearly having stumbled upon a touchy subject for the blonde shinobi. Fine, fine. Jiraiya relented. All you have to do is draw some blood and slap your hand onto the ground. This only works if you have previously made a contract with an animal. See, watch me. Jiraiya bit his thumb and hit the ground palm first. A puff of smoke later, a regular-sized toad was there with them. Jiraiya-san, why did you summon me now? The toad complained, adjusting the blue vest he was wearing. And who's the blonde? Gamakichi, this boy is Naruto Uzumaki, someone who just made a contract with the toads. He's also the son of someone who previously made a contract with you. Jiraiya said. Gamakichi looked at Naruto, then looked at Jiraiya. He looks nothing like you, Jiraiya-san. Stop lying. Gamakichi ordered. Jiraiya's face went blank and he crashed to the ground twitching. I won't, believe that you're related. Jiraiya-san. Pa won't like this. He's not my father. Naruto explained. He's my godfather. Minato Namikaze is my Otu-san. Oh, the toad exclaimed. Now I get it. Come to think of it, you look just like Minato-san. My pa might actually like you. Gamakichi said, hopping onto Jiraiya's face. Gamabunta, that's my pa, doesn't like this old perv. I don't know why, only know that pa gets really annoyed with him. Jiraiya shot up into a sitting position, his face dark. Gamakichi was thrown off and somehow landed on Naruto's head. Gamakichi, I've told you this before. I'm not a perv. I'm a mega perv. Naruto burst out laughing at this. What? Ero-sennin, you have no shame at all, do you? Naruto asked, tears coming down his face now. What's better about being a mega perv? That's worse than a regular perv. Naruto stated, still laughing. So true, Naruto-kun. I'm going back now. Let's see how you do in summoning. See if you can summon successfully. Gamakichi said just before he vanished in a puff of smoke. Coughing to clear the air around him, he waved the smoke away with one hand. Well, here goes nothing, Naruto said as he bit his thumb, just as Jiraiya had, drawing blood, slamming his hand onto the ground. Another puff of smoke and a toad appeared. When the smoke fully went away, Gamakichi was back. Yo, he said, waving a webbed hand at the blonde who had just summoned him. You must be a talented shinobi. Not even Jiraiya-san or Minato-san got it this fast. Really? Naruto asked, not really sure if to be believed this or not. Gamakichi nodded. We expect great things from you, kid. Oops, I need to go now. See ya around, he said and vanished again, leaving a stunned Naruto behind. The next day, Jiraiya took Naruto out to ramen. As they waited for their order, Jiraiya pointed something out to Naruto. Ya know, there is something special about the shadow clone jutsu. Naruto's face shot up at these words. It's one of the special properties of the technique. As you should know, it was originally designed, not for combat, but for spying purposes. Once it returns to you, you get all of the experience and knowledge the clone learned. Really? Naruto asked excitedly. Jiraiya nodded. Naruto thought for a moment. I see why. They could send in the clone and dispel it at a moment's notice. With that technique, they could also get the information or whatever they needed to figure out, without risking themselves should there be that need. Right, Jiraiya confirmed. That's why it's such an important technique, so highly guarded. No other clone technique can do that. Though Minato used to cheat using it. He would have a whole bunch of clones train with him, and when they went away, he had not only the training he had done, but what his clones did. He made enemies quickly and often had to get strong fast. Cool, Naruto exclaimed, already making plans to do that. But, when you get their experience and knowledge, you also get their exhaustion. That's the downside to this, Jiraiya said, deflating the thought bubble in Naruto's head of it being an infallible technique. I got another question for you. What are you going to do for Valentine's Day? Huh? Naruto asked, as their ramen had arrived and he had started eating. Naruto-kun, Valentine's Day is in 2 weeks. It's traditional to get your special someone chocolates or some other special thing. And, Hinata-chan is your girlfriend now, correct? Naruto sweet-dropped. He remembered that when he was younger, many of the girls would give him chocolates and stuff like that. Even Hinata would, though she gave it to him in secret due to her shyness. He always made stuff with his mom to give to his friends, giving something special to Hinata, as they both knew they liked each other. I should do something more than what I did in the past. Because we weren't dating yet, despite the fact that we both knew we liked each other. Naruto was lost in thought for a moment, a few noodles still hanging from his mouth. Hey, at least swallow your food completely before you get lost in thought. Jiraiya corrected, poking Naruto with a chopstick. He came back to himself with a start and hastily finished his bowl of ramen. I'll talk to Car-san tonight. Maybe she could suggest something. Naruto decided aloud. Someone cleared their tea behind them and both spun around to see who was trying to get their attention. It was a Junin, a white-haired man by the name of Kakashi if Naruto remembered correctly. Ah, Kakashi-san, how can we help you? Jiraiya asked light-heartedly. Kakashi pointed to Naruto. The Hokage needs to see you. Kakashi said. It sounded important, so I would hurry if I were you. Right, I'll go now. See ya later. He told them and sped off. Jiraiya paid for the ramen and got up, dirty thoughts in his mind. He subconsciously fingered his telescope and headed for the hot springs. Naruto finally made it to the Hokage's tower, running straight up the stairs to the office the Hokage had. No one stopped him. Some of the elders of the village and a few Anbu even waved to him. He waved back and knocked respectfully before entering. You need to see me, Hokage-sama. He asked as he sat down. Ah, Naruto-kun, the man of the moment. Sarutobi said, a wide grin on his face. You need to be aware of something. Naruto gulped, unsure of what to expect. Nothing bad. It's just that, as you know, we're trying to build up our diplomatic relations with Suna again. Their Kazekage, Gaara-kun's father, has suggested something, a shinobi exchange program. Gaara especially wanted to come here, even requesting to be on your team if he was selected. I see. So Gaara-kun will be on my team for a while. Sarutobi nodded. Yes, this is so awesome, he exclaimed excitedly. Not only will Gaara-kun temporarily be a Konoha shinobi, your teammate, Sasuke Uchiha, has been selected to go to Suna. Gaara-kun will be Sasuke-kun's temporary replacement. Sarutobi continued. Hinata-chan and Sasuke-kun have already been told. We had to ask Sasuke-kun if he would be willing to go, and he wanted to. What about Kurenai-sensei? She knows that Hina-chan, Sasuke-kun, and I need to work on our teamwork. Naruto said. She'll be told upon her return from her mission. Sarutobi promised. She may not be happy with this, but this is out of her control. Speaking of your team, is it true you and our dear little Hinata-chan are dating? Naruto blushed. Yeah, we are. But her father agrees with it, so there are no complaints from either of our families. That's not my concern. Sarutobi said. See, we generally don't allow ninja to date their own team members. Naruto feared the worst. But for now, we'll let it slide. As long as you don't let this interfere with your missions, we won't separate you two. Naruto sighed. Also, Hiyashi-sama has asked me not to break your team up that way. Apparently you've really been having a good effect on her confidence and it's showing in her recent behavior. Sarutobi told the young blonde ninja. And I've also been thinking on the matter of where Gaara-kun will stay. I was thinking that he might stay with you, since you two are really good friends. Really? Naruto exclaimed. Gaara-kun might be staying with me and my Car-san. Sarutobi smiled and nodded. It's still being discussed, but there's a high possibility of that happening. Sarutobi confirmed, making Naruto practically jump from his seat with joy. Gaara-kun is looking forward to this. And I happen to agree with the Kazekage on this. It'll be good for both Sasuke-kun and Gaara-kun. Car-san, what should I do? I don't know what to do for Hinata now that we're dating. Naruto complained to his mom a week before Valentine's Day. A week had already passed since Naruto's talk with the Hokage and Jiraiya. And he was beginning to panic, as he still had no idea what to do for Hinata. First off, relax, Kushina ordered. Do something sweet yet original. I remember after your father and I started dating. When it came to our first Valentine's Day together, he bought me a dozen fresh red roses, with a big box full of chocolates. Naruto suddenly had an idea and he ran to the living room, grabbing some pen and paper. What are you doing? Kushina asked curiously as Naruto ran back to the table and started to draw something hurriedly. After a few minutes, he thrust the drawing he had just finished her way. It was a heart-shaped box, with roses attached to the top. I'm thinking maybe pressed roses on top of a heart-shaped box, the box being filled with homemade chocolates. Naruto said. It's traditional, yet original, with personal thoughts and feelings with it as well. Kushina nodded. We'll have to start your idea now then. We'll need a heart-shaped box, along with some roses. I'll buy the stuff for chocolate tomorrow. Naruto got up at Kushina's words. I'll see what I can get in town right now, he said, sitting down and putting his shoes on. I'll buy it myself, considering the fact that she's my girlfriend. But I'll need money. He ran up the stairs into his room and came out with a half-filled pouch in the shape of a frog. I'll be back in a few minutes, he said as he ran out of the house. Naruto managed to find the roses he needed and bought a dozen, unsure of how many he would need. Maybe a little more planning could have gone into the idea first. He reflected as he paid for the roses. Oh well. He was unsure of where he would get the box though. Oh, Naruto-kun, someone exclaimed, making Naruto turn around to see who had spoken to him. Oh, hello, Hana-ne-chan. Naruto answered back. Hana was his friend Kiba's big sister. How are you today? Hana smiled fondly. Oh, I'm fine, she assured Naruto. But you seem confused about something. Is there any way I can help? A dog at her side barked. Hana, who could, according to rumors, understand dogs, just like the rest of her clan, looked at the dog with a funny look. What do you mean? He's confused about love. The dog barked again. So it's true that your clans can understand dogs then? Naruto asked. That is, if you don't mind answering. Hana waved this off. We can understand our own familiars perfectly, since we train with them from a very young age. And to an extent, other dogs like this one. Normal dogs though, we can't talk to. I can do it with this one since he is one of my clan's dog. Now, according to Bruno here, you're confused about something that has to do love. Yeah, Naruto answered. I have an idea about what to do for Valentine's Day. But I need to find a heart-shaped box that doesn't already have chocolates in it. Hana pointed to a small shop near them. That store makes custom boxes, as not everything is right for just any box. Around Valentine's Day, the shopkeeper always has heart-shaped boxes in all sizes and many styles. You'll most likely find what you see there. Hana explained. Thanks, Hana-ne-chan, thanks Bruno. He told them and ran to the store in question. He slid the door open and walked in, where a middle-aged lady sat having a cup of tea near the back of the store. Excuse me, ma'am, but is this the custom box store? Naruto asked politely. The lady looked up from her tea. Ah, if it isn't Naruto-sama. Yes, this is the store you just mentioned. How can I help you this fine afternoon? She asked, getting up. I need a heart-shaped box. I was told this was the place to go. Naruto explained. We have them here. By the way, my name is Misha. What size do you need? I don't know, Misha-san. Can I see what sizes you have? He asked, cradling the roses to his chest to make sure nothing happened to them. Of course. Please come this way and I'll show you what we have in stock. Misha led Naruto to a corner of the shop, where a display was set up. We always have requests for this kind of box around this time of year. So we make sure to have plenty in stock for the rush. She explained as Naruto looked at the sizes they had. He picked up a large one, about 8 or 9 inches across. I take it you're planning something special for someone dear to you. Naruto nodded. Yep, I am. I'll take one this size. How much is it? That one is 30 yo. Misha answered, accepting the money Naruto was digging out of the pouch that he had affectionately named Froggy. Ah, I almost wish I was a young girl again. To think that some special girl here in Konoha will be treated by our young hero. I'm no hero, Naruto said modestly. It was Myoto-san who did the good deeds, not me. Though I'm flattered to think that you think me as one. But I've done nothing noteworthy, Misha-san. Misha laughed. Then what about stopping that traitor, Mizuki, was it, shortly after the Genin test some time ago? That wasn't you, she asked jokingly. Naruto had to admit that she was right, though he had never bragged about it. See, you did do something noteworthy. I hear you're becoming more and more like the Yondaime Hokage every day. Maybe. Naruto compromised, liking Misha a lot, reminding him a lot of his own mother. I must go now, Misha-san. Maybe I'll see you around town. Naruto went back to his house slowly, fearing he would damage the roses or the box. He had to hide quickly as Hinata was passing nearby. It looked like she was heading to his house. I'll have to sneak in through a window, he noted, keeping in the shadows as he indeed followed Hinata to his own house. She knocked on the door. Naruto used the chance to sneak in around the back. He walked up the wall to his room and climbed in through the window, thankful he had forgotten to lock it the previous night. Downstairs, he heard Hinata talking to his mom. Well, he's not here right now, Hinata-chan. Sorry about this. He's running an errand for me at the moment. Knowing him, he may have gotten distracted somewhere. I don't know when he'll be back. Oh, don't worry about it. Maybe I'll spot him on my way back, Hinata said cheerfully, apparently leaving. Naruto, you can come down, Kushina called. Naruto left his room and went to the kitchen. How did you get in? She asked. Climbed up the wall outside and climbed in through my window, he answered simply as his mother took his purchases. Kushina shook her head. Well, I'll start working on these flowers. You do know you're helping me make the chocolates, right? Kushina asked, eyebrows raised. We do it together every year. Naruto nodded and smiled, thinking of how he would surprise Hinata come Valentine's Day. That will be all for this video. Be sure to like, subscribe, share, and comment down below for more videos. Goodbye.